Hello and welcome to our webinar. My name is Susan Bear and this is Rich Jones. We are the award-winning authors of the book Energy Healing for Couples. Say no to fighting.
Say
yes
to intimacy. You gotta practice that line.
We'll get it in probably 5-10 years.
Yeah.
Anyway, why did you come to watch this webinar? Is it because of the title of the book? What is energy healing for couples? Well, energy healing for couples is where you remove negative energy from each other and replace it with good, positive healing energy, and it's also good for your health.
Mm-hmm.
How can it help in your relationship? Well, if you're not getting along, it could help. So we'd like to show you we'd like to help you. So you need our help.
Yeah. Now, why us? That's a good question. And I think there's two answers to that. First of all, Susan is an incredible healer, absolutely incredible healer. And she uses two techniques. One of them is pranic healing, and one of them is bioenergetic synchronization technique, or called BEST. And what BEST does is it synchronizes your body, so everything is in balance, and it just makes your body operate better, your mood's better, your thought processes are better. Just really a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it gets your conscious and your subconscious to work together so that you can heal yourself if you need to be healed. So what we're going to do is help you strengthen your relationship, because if you're healthier, you're happier. When you're able to focus your positive energy, it not only affects your relationship, it affects your entire life, everybody you're around. We've discovered that when we remove each other's energy and put back positive energy, it's a very rewarding experience, and it always improves our moods.
That's right. And for me, the big thing is the amount of stress that relieves out of me. When you're not fighting with yourself all day, it's just so much easier to get along with everybody else, particularly your spouse. And so it really helps us a lot. It helps the intimacy level a lot. It helps our health. It helps our mood. It also takes some of those things that have been hanging you up for a long time, and they just float away, and all of a sudden you realize that that's not bothering you anymore. It's a nice feeling.
Yeah. But when you're fighting, you get these like big gobs of negative energy that are all over you, and you have to overcome them. Mm-hmm. That's what this is really about. We want to show you how to tune the energy in your body to be positive. And then positive things start happening. Your health improves, your mood improves, your sex drive improves. With our program, do you know what else you're doing? You are developing good, clean habits. That was the timer for before.
Huh? Is it off now?
Yes.
I'm going to put it in the other room.
Oh dear. See, now normally in the olden days I would have gone, oh jeez, why did he do that? He left that timer on. But it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
You're still going, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just explaining that, before I would have just been totally, oh God, why did you do that? What, are you dumb or what?
Yeah.
But now it doesn't matter, because that's what is great about BEST is and my clients tell me this all the time too, I have so much less stress. It's like this big burden has been lifted off your shoulders. You just start feeling so much better.
So it's easier not to carry an elephant with you.
Yes.
Is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. I understand that.
Yes, and you start to learn how to live life instead of just living life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and really that is what energy healing is all about. Is we're natural. I mean, we're born to be here what we're doing. And if we can have a flow of energy that's a good flow, we're not arguing with ourselves all of the time and fighting with our partner and all of these things, it really is like you took an elephant off your back and just let it go. And you walk off and you're almost flying in the air. You feel so light. It's wonderful.
So, yeah, in relationships, feelings really do matter a lot. Think about what your being upset does to your spouse. Think about what it does to you. The big point I want to make right now is that you can make the choice when you get home to be in a good mood, or you can be in a bad mood.
Exactly.
And it's much funner to be in a uplifting and positive mood, because then it's energizing for everybody. When you're with your spouse, spend time with them and build each other up.
That's right. And that is a lot of relationship right there, is building your partner up instead of tearing them down. And I think that that's probably 80% of what we're doing is about relationship. Because that's what we found. I mean, yeah, we feel a lot better. But that doesn't feel as good as having a really good relationship. You imagine feeling healthy, feeling fit, feeling energized, and your partner feels the same way. So now, instead of it being energy plus energy, it's energy squared. You feel wonderful.
Yes. So yeah, the prana method that we use removes negative energies from you, and we replace it with a positive energy. So we're getting ready here to do example of the quick treatment. What we do every day, and we know when we don't do it. So we end up with bad days. We go, you know what, we missed today. We didn't do our treatments. So they're really helpful to do every single day, because it helps you not only with your relationship, with all your relationships, with your life and how you go about looking at things. So anyway, we're going to start here by shaking off your energy that you have on you, because before you start cleaning this other person's aura out. And you're not going to actually touch them. You're just going to go from the center down to what you would, in your mind's eye, picture it going all the way down to the ground, but you can just, so to speak, cut it off at the knees. You're taking it like you're chopping a big thread off and dumping that into your bucket of water. Right here I have a bucket of water.
With salt.
And water. The water will contain the negative energy, and the salt makes it so it can't get away. If you're out in public, you can envision that there's a big ring of fire that's coming up from the ground that you just throw that negative energy into. And so we'll go through. I didn't do the outside one, did I? So then we take the outside one. I've noticed that my hand is still curving in on Richard's right side. He was complaining about some issues on the right side. So I know his shoulder is bothering him. So I'm going to take a little bit of extra scraping in that area for him to get some of that negative energy out. And that's also another thing that's strengthening to the relationship, is I'm helping him feel better. And
which
then
makes me feel better about her.
And then I feel better. So it's like a vicious, wonderful circle.
Yeah, love it.
So anyway, I got rid of all that negative energy. And be sure to have your spritz on hand for when you do get the big spots. It's just witch hazel with a few drops of lavender oil in it. Now I'm going to put the good energy in, and I like to rub my hands together really vigorously and get them nice and hot. And I'm going to use the power of the universe into my palm of my hand, because I don't want to use my own energy. I mean, I could, but I don't want to. I want to use the power of the universe to go into my hand, and then it will go down through me, and it will come out my other hand and into him. You envision a white healing light, and it's your intention to heal and give love and positive energy to him. Then you go through the basic 7 chakras, And Rich will talk a little bit about those here when we're done. I'm going to give him a little extra energy right here on that shoulder.
Now, if you're receiving the treatment and you really take your awareness and expand it, you can feel that energy coming into you when they do that, and it feels wonderful.
Okay, now Rich is going to explain the 7 chakras.
Okay, what we have first is at the top of the head we have the crown chakra, and this is pointing straight up, just, on the top, just past the forehead. And this is where our spirit gets fed, our soul, whatever you want to call that life force in you, that's where that gets fed a lot. Now, in the right between the eyes and just slightly above the eyebrows is where the third eye is located. And then we have the throat. The throat's very important because things that we should have said or that we did say and shouldn't have, that energy really hangs here and it's hard to get rid of. That's why there's so much throat cancer, one of the reasons. Then we have our heart chakra. Heart chakra is pretty tender, so we want to be careful with it.
Yeah, because you're talking about your heart.
Mm-hmm. Then we have the
Sacral. No.
No, sacral, the next one down.
Solar
Been a long
plexus.
day. Solar plex, yes. Where the solar plex is. And then we have the sacral. And then we have the sex. And then in the back we have the root. Now a lot of the work we do on the sex and on the root, we actually do through the sacral chakra.
Okay,
So
you're going to show them how to clean
what
one
I'm-
out?
Yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my fingers and keep them kind of, I know you just get the chills knowing it's coming. I'm going to take my fingers and just keep them loose because you don't want to rip the stuff out. You want to gently pull it out. So you start in the crown and you turn your hand counterclockwise, just like unscrewing a lid off of a jar or something. Now, if you turn the other way, what you'll do is you will actually force that down in deeper rather than remove it. And you don't want to do that, then you cause more damage than good. So the next one we'll do is the third eye.
Which is your creativity, your thinking. Your third eye is your spiritual.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Okay, then we want to clean the heart out, and like I say,
throat.
gently. Oh, throat, yes, throat first. And yeah, you can usually feel something in the throat. I mean, a lot of junk gets stuck there. It's amazing how much.
And it's something you said or something you didn't say.
Mm-hmm. And then the heart. Yeah, better cut that off. And then the heart, we want to do the same thing. And we want to be gentle. And we want to have a very loving attitude when we do this. We want to really be caring about our partner or whoever else you're working on. You really want to care about how they feel.
You didn't get my root or my sacral.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking. And if you scan the person with your eyes, not really focused, but, kind of just an unfocused eye, you can see little bits of junk in there. So once you learn to see that, it really helps to do that. And then
I wanted to do my back. Can you tell I was hinting?
Yeah, I just want to show you where these are here. We've got right at the base of the tailbone is where the root chakra is. And you can clean it out, but usually you can get that through your sacral. But in this case, we want to show you how to do the whole thing.
And I'm having some issues with my lower back, so I'm going to ask him to do a little bit extra work on my lower back.
Okay, we'll clean it up just a little bit more here. Okay, now when we start re-energizing, what we want to do is we want to take one hand and hold it up, because we don't want to drain our energy. We want to use the universe's energy, and put it right into the head, into each chakra. And you don't want to force it in, you just want to gently kind of push it in. And our tape is going to end shortly here, that's why I'm kind of hurrying this along. Usually I take just a little more time with this. And you notice I didn't energize the heart very much. You want to do that from the back. You want to just put a little teeny bit in there. Okay. And just a little bit at the root. Okay. There
Okay.
you go, dear.
Now, we also would like to tell you about our mentorships. We do have a couples program where we bring you in and teach you how to do prana, and we can't teach best, but you can get best treatments, which are very valuable. And we want you to know that, you know, if you need your health and your relationship to be healthier, then, or are you just living together? If you're just living together, you really need our help.
Yeah.
We thoroughly are familiar with relationships and the dynamics of relationships. We've shaped the growth of many relationships. Energy healing is our specialty for couples. Visit our website, www.energyhealingforcouples.com. Ask about our 3-month program. That will conclude this webinar. So if you would please give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share with others who you think might...
On Facebook.
Yeah, anywhere. With others that you think might benefit from knowing this little bit about our program, we'd appreciate it. And thank you, and have a great day.
Bye. Nice talking to you.
Oh, thank you, honey.
You
Oh, and
betcha.
remember to thank each other every single day.
Twice.
And mandatory, 4 hugs.
10.
But you have to have 4 a day, and that will be one of your first assignments, is to make sure that you get your 4 hugs in a day. It builds testosterone. And good night.